Ilia Topuria just sent a bold warning straight at Islam Makhachev. The lightweight champ says when the time comes, he won't just beat Islam. He plans to do something no one has ever done to him in MMA. Take him down and submit him. Topuria made it clear he's not just saying it to make noise. He genuinely believes he can dominate the Dagestani wrestler on the ground and finish the job. He's also locked in on Justin Gaethje at the White House event. Ilia predicts he'll knock him out in the very first round if the interim champion doesn't start moving backward. Topuria explained that most fighters last longer against him because they run away and force him to chase them around the cage. But with Justin's aggressive forward-pressing style, Ilia believes it's going to be lights out early. On top of all that, El Matador made it clear he doesn't care who the opponent is at the White House card. Even if Gaethje pulls out and they offer him Arman Tsarukyan, he'll take it. If Arman pulls out too, he'll fight anyone. He just wants to get in the octagon. This mindset comes especially strong after the recent legal drama he went through. Let's dive into it.
When I get the opportunity to fight with someone, I always used to think about what can I do to really shock the world. So with Islam, I'm like, to shock the world, I have to submit him. So this is what I think that's going to happen. I'm going to take him down and I'm going to submit him. I know that inside yourself, maybe it sounds a little bit weird, like strange, like, listen, how you're going to take him down, how you're going to submit him. But don't be surprised when you are going to see that happen.
I'm not doubting you, by the way. It's just not, you don't hear every day someone say, yeah, I'm going to go out and submit Islam Makhachev. He's that good, especially on the ground.
He's good. Everyone is good. Justin is good. Alex is good. Charles is good. Max is good. Everyone is good. But I'm different. So, I'm the GOAT. Nah.
Are you? Do you feel that way?
Nah. Not really.
Michael Bisping and Paul Felder are hyped about the massive International Fight Week card coming together for UFC 329 on July 11th. Bisping believes the main event could be a blockbuster rematch between Conor McGregor and Max Holloway. With Conor's long-awaited return rumored to headline the show after missing the White House card, a clash with the former featherweight king would be pure fireworks and one of the biggest draws in UFC history. The card is already stacking up nicely. One of the most exciting potential matchups being discussed is Paddy Pimblett taking on surging Frenchman Benoit Denis. This is a high-stakes lightweight showdown between two ranked fighters, Paddy coming off his recent loss to Justin Gaethje, and BSD looking to crack the top tier with his powerful grappling and finishing ability. International Fight Week is shaping up to be an absolute monster, and with Gable Steveson also making his UFC debut on the same card, the entire week is loaded with star power. Let's roll the clip of Bisping and Felder reacting to the stacked UFC 329 International Fight Week card.
Paddy Pimblett says that he's returning for International Fight Week. I think a lot of people are jumping to the assumption because of the post by Benoit Denis. He posted a picture of like British beef or some beef, as everyone's alluding to. But I think if for Paddy being on International Fight Week, I think Benoit Denis is probably the perfect opponent.
Yeah, no, I think that makes sense. And they've kind of both said that. And we even said it after he lost to Gaethje, and Benoit's been on a win streak and he wants to get up into the rankings. It makes sense. Well, actually, is he above Paddy in the rankings?
He's 5. I think Paddy's 6, or maybe it's the other way around. But they're 5 and 6.
They're right near each other, and it should be a fun fight. I mean, both guys aren't necessarily the most clean strikers, but both throw down the entire time.
I think main event's probably going to be Conor McGregor, Max Holloway.
It's gotta be.
Khamzat Chimaev has finally broken his silence on the growing tension between Ilia Topuria and Islam Makhachev, and his response says a lot about where things stand right now. In a recent Russian interview with Adam Zubeirev, Khamzat was asked about the potential super fight, and he didn't hesitate. He backed Islam Makhachev to get the job done. But this wasn't just a technical breakdown or a neutral prediction, there was clear emotion behind it. Khamzat and Ilia haven't always been on opposite sides like this. Up until recently, they had a respectful relationship. They trained together, had sparring sessions that people still talk about, and even shared the corner for Guram Kutateladze at a UFC event. There was no bad blood, no tension, just mutual respect between two elite fighters. But things started to shift when Ilia began going after Islam publicly, making it more personal in his interviews. That didn't sit well with Khamzat. Loyalty plays a big role in that region, and once Islam became the target, Chimaev wasn't going to stay neutral. His tone showed real frustration, especially with Ilia's habit of trash talking almost almost everyone on the roster. Let's dive into what the middleweight champ had to say.
One thing that I really dislike about some of these modern champions. Okay, look, I love Khabib and Islam. They're Muslim, and I'm Muslim. They come from a mountain village like me. Same country, same small republic like Chechnya and Dagestan. It's the same. I have a lot of brothers from Dagestan. Islam at 170 is a killer. He exceeded my expectations at 170, if I'm being honest. I doubt his chances at 185 if that ever happens. But at welterweight, he's a killer. No one will stop him, I'm sure. Especially some of these smaller guys that started shit-talking now. Wrestling is different, brother. Wrestling is superior to striking. You can't beat a wrestler with your striking. We have the best wrestling and grappling in the world. We've shown it time and time again, and this time, it won't be any different.
Alex Volkanovski just shut down Jiri Prochazka's hopes for an immediate rematch with Carlos Ulberg. The featherweight champ says it simply doesn't work like that. While Jiri claimed he showed mercy after seeing Ulberg's blown out knee, Volk pointed out the brutal reality. Losing to a guy who tore his ACL mid-fight and still finished you actually makes your case for a rematch much harder. In his eyes, Carlos showed more heart and proved he was the better man that night despite suffering far worse adversity. The timing couldn't be more relevant. Right now, the light heavyweight division is extremely thin. With Ulberg likely being forced to vacate the title due to the long-term knee injury, Magomed Ankalaev coming off a loss, and most top names either inactive or on losing streaks, there aren't many clear momentum-filled contenders. Paulo Costa stands out as one of the only guys coming off a big win. Depending on how long Ulberg's recovery takes, Paulo Costa could be next in line, either in a title eliminator or even a straight-up interim or vacant title fight. A matchup against Ankalaev makes sense, and Chimaev is also in the mix if he gets past Strickland and moves up a division.
He says he wants a rematch. I think there's any...
Nah, that's not going to happen. I mean, who's there? Like, I mean, again, I like Jiri. I'm not having any shots at him.
It doesn't work like that.
It doesn't work like that. I mean, I've you know, like, even though his leg was busted, that was all. It looked like it was always going to be a tough fight for Jiri, except for when his leg was busted and he was still able to get the job done. I don't know how you can convince the UFC that give me a rematch because of these circumstances. They're going to be like, wait, he tore his ACL and still was, managed to knock you out. Like, it was a lot worse on his end than your end. So I don't know how they're going to sort of go about that. I think that's going to be so much confidence for Carlos. The adversities that he had to go through, and for him to just, again, I always say, like, it's a privilege, right? Like, and this is another situation where that adversity was a privilege, your leg and your ACL going. But now it's an opportunity to do something great that people are going to talk about forever.
That's it from MMA Psycho. Thanks for watching. Don't forget to leave a like and subscribe for daily MMA news.